Hey, Ronnie here. Welcome to Modified episode number 11, where we share with you vehicles that have been accessorised and customised for everyday use and four-wheel driving. Subscribers, welcome back. First time viewers, hello, I'm Ronnie from fourwheelinginwesternaustralia.com, the four-wheel drive and camping information website, pretty much covering everything in regards to those two things. All right, let's get into the vehicle behind me. Rightio folks, so here we are. I'll introduce you to the owner of this vehicle. A lot of our subscribers will know who it is. He's usually the man behind the camera. How you going, Brian?
Yeah, how are you, Ronnie?
Or Dad? How are you?
Yeah, not too bad.
Right, so how does it feel being on this side of the camera and not the other side?
Yeah, that's a bit different, eh?
Yeah? You feeling all right? Not too nervous?
Yeah, no, I'm right.
All right. So you want to tell our audience what you got here?
Yeah, we got a 2007 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited 3.8 litre petrol automatic.
Rightio. What's it set up for?
Mainly touring and medium to hard tracks, I would say.
As we always do, we'll cover the vehicle from front to back, starting with the bar work, ending up in the interior. So let's get into it, eh? Bar work. What have we got in the front?
Well, in the front here we got a TJM winch bar with a 12,000 pound XTM winch on.
XTM winch.
Yeah.
It's held up pretty good, that winch.
Yeah, I haven't had any trouble with it at all.
And I like what you got here with the flap thing here.
Yeah, that's pretty handy. Sort of hidden out of the way too.
Not only that, like just for the water crossings, because my plate's nearly,
Oh yeah.
it's about to get torn off.
That's
This comes up, yeah. Has your plate been almost ripped off yet? No, it hasn't.
No, but it's quite often when I come out of the water, it's sitting up here.
And you got the dynamo rope on your winch.
Yes.
Recovery points, but it might look like these are on the bull bar, but they're actually on the chassis, aren't they?
Yeah. They go straight through the hole here.
Yeah. And your rock sliders?
Yeah, they're made by Blackjack Welding.
Blackjack welding.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's sort of a side step and rock sliders.
Well, they seem pretty solid.
They are pretty solid. They have saved me a couple of times.
Your rear bar, is that something you're going to do later? Because you still get your stock bumper and then it does look like it's coming apart a little bit.
Yeah, it is. And yeah, that's something I'm looking into, getting a steel bar on in the back.
Anything particular you're looking at? Or?
No, haven't really made up my mind yet.
So
yeah,
what?
The roof rack is unique 4x4 and it's steel and aluminium.
Steel and alloy? What part of
so-
it's steel then?
Well, the bars here in the front and the back are steel and the bottom here on the top is aluminium.
Oh, I can see what's bolted together there. Yeah, okay. So the frame is steel.
And you can actually undo it here and swing it around if you want a soft top on or whatever.
So you swing the top off, but you leave the
you leave the bracket on here in the
leave
front.
the bracket on.
And then
And the rear bracket obviously as well, or?
Oh, yeah, that's left on. The whole rear bracket will just.
Oh, okay. So this just comes off. Righto.
And you can take the front panels off here too if you want.
Oh, because they're just bolted.
Yeah.
Yeah. Max Tracks.
Yeah,
Been used a few times. I know that.
that's true.
Awning. What awning is that?
That's an Austral awning.
Austrail awning.
Yes.
Okay. And that's the one that you got a tent for that,
Yeah,
yeah?
I got a tent.
Did it come
awning
with
tent.
the tent or?
Oh, you buy them separate. Yeah.
Oh, but it zips onto it, so it is a proper tent for this
Oh,
proper
it's made
awning.
for this awning. Yeah.
Yeah, righto.
Yeah, that's pretty handy actually.
And
Yeah, that's mainly for fuel or water or whatever you want to carry up there.
was it whole 220s?
Yes.
220 litre?
Yes.
On to lights and comms. Let's start with your comms. So this aerial is for UHF, yeah?
That's UHF, and the same as the one I got up the top. I got two UHF radios in.
Okay. What dB is this one?
That's a 4.5 and the top one is a 3.
It's a 3, yeah.
But the top one works as good as this one because it's sitting up higher. So
Yeah, I find the same.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, a lot of people say you only get 2 to 3 kilometres out of that.
Oh,
but
no.
We've been getting like 17 kilometres
15, 20 kilometers.
on flat terrain, of course. Oh, well, let's move on to your lights.
We got a couple of spotties here. I mainly use on the highway and that in the dark. I have upgraded the light here to LED lights.
Do you find them better than before?
The other one was like candle lights, you know. They're heaps better.
Yeah, candle lights, eh?
And they are approved.
They look pretty cool too.
They got parking light and everything. And
you're about to say they're waterproof something, yeah?
Yeah, they're waterproof too.
Okay.
I had trouble with you. That was why I changed them. The main reason, because I got water in the other one. So.
Yeah, well, that's because you don't go for the bow wave.
Yeah, yeah.
Light bar on the top.
And
just
I got,
take the cover off,
that's a 26-inch light bar I got up there. Got a cover plate on.
Yeah. Oh, that's a cool website, isn't it?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
You got lights on the rear too, yeah?
Yes, I got some work lights on the rear and reverse light, whatever. They're not hooked up to reverse. I got a switch on them, on
Okay.
each lamp.
Tyres and lift. We'll start with your tyres.
Yeah, we got Federal mud terrain tires, 33 inch. I have done about between 30 and 40,000 on them. I'm not quite sure.
Already?
Yeah, they are pretty good. They are a little bit more noisy than the old terrain tires, but they're excellent on road and off road.
Okay.
I've been quite happy with them.
And you still kept your factory rims?
Yeah, eventually I'll probably go steel, but I haven't had any problems with them.
So let's move on to your suspension.
Well, I got a 2-inch Terraflex lift kit on.
So just 2-inch Terraflex?
Yeah, I want to keep it. It's my daily ride, you know, so I don't want to push my chances getting a yellow stick on or whatever. So that's.
A lot of our videos we get asked by viewers why you don't have sway bar disconnects, because they're pretty common on these vehicles in the US.
Yeah, there's a lot that use them here too, but I haven't really had any issues. It's I got quite a lot of flex anyway, so I haven't really looked too much into it.
But from memory, he's actually got auto disconnects because you've lost a few.
Yeah, I have had a bit of trouble with them a while back. They kept on falling off.
That's why I got so good flex.
But that's all sorted out now.
Okay. Well, I hate to admit it, with a 2-inch lift, he's got more flex than my Cruiser. So there you go. I'm probably the one that needs disconnects. Rightio, to the engine. One thing I do like about Jeep is how you open the engine up. It's like a race car. It's not that fast though, is it? So here we are. Now, I know this vehicle well, so I'm not going to pretend I'm looking for a battery. I know your second battery is in the back.
We got an extra battery in the back. Yeah.
What's the reason for the battery in the back? Is it because you can't fit it here, or?
The main reason is the magnets get too hot under the hood, so that's why I put it in the back.
Well, that's a good point too. Okay, well, I reckon you struggle for room anyway.
I probably would.
There's not much change in here, but what is there?
We got diff breathers extended there, sitting up here.
Okay, you got 4 breathers there, both diffs, gearbox and transfer case, I take it.
That's correct.
Righto.
And then we got an extra transmission cooler put in here because
That's right. Yep.
every time we put it on the computer, it's showed up with hot transmission.
Overheating.
Overheating transmission. So
Okay.
I haven't had any issues since I put that one on.
All right. Didn't we had a shutdown on one of the tracks and we had an engine light.
We had the whole dashboard lighted up and flashed at me.
Okay. Well, that's a good addition, that one.
Uh,
With your fan, because we had a drama in the previous video, are you going to change the fan at all?
Well, I have tried to look into if there is an upgrade that should be better, because it doesn't really like the fine mud, you know. When it's running in the mud, it sort of sees and it's not running anymore. I have been able to wash it out with high pressure water, and so
Okay.
that have worked.
I still reckon a plate underneath your engine.
That would probably help.
Yeah. Righto. So the reason for the fan thing is because it's built like a European car, not built for Australian climate. So it's an electrical fan, correct?
Yeah.
Whereas most of the Toyotas and Nissans and stuff, they actually run the blades, the fan off the engine block. This one isn't. So a lot of European cars aren't. Any other plans for the engine bay?
No, not really at this moment.
Snorkel, is that a Jeep snorkel?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's by Jeep.
Yeah.
Okay. Exhaust, I know you changed the exhaust because before it sounded like a Prius.
Yeah, but that's because I put a box in the back for the battery and that, so they had to change the exhaust.
Oh, it's just a muffler or the exhaust?
It's just a muffler.
Just a muffler. Okay. All right. Well, I think that's the engine bay covered. You're still running a standard paper filter in the airbox?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Well, let's open it up, eh? Okay, talk us through what you got there.
Well, I've been working a little bit on the drawers. I couldn't really justify, a couple of $1,000 to put drawers in, so...
Fair enough.
This is still work in process.
Progress?
Yep. Progress. But it's working fine, so...
So that's a filing cabinet, yeah?
That's an old filing cabinet I have just covered in carpet and put in there.
It might sound a bit funny, but it's actually pretty handy.
Yeah, just so you don't have all these boxes and gonna move one box to get into the next one and stuff like that.
So what do you got here? What's in this one?
That's all recovery gear and stuff in this one here.
Okay.
The other one is tools and camping stuff and plates and stuff.
Oh yeah, cooking stuff. Did you custom make this shelf just for that chair?
Yes, I did. It just fit in there. Then we got the extra battery down here and an air compressor underneath there as well.
Fire extinguisher on each side. You must be worried about fire.
Well, they said they are talking about Jeep is catching fire pretty easy, so I'm prepared.
Power board here.
Yeah, I got 2 outlets, like cigarette plugs and the switch for the compressor, USB plug there as well. And I got a bench there behind you.
Yep.
Pretty handy for cooking and stuff.
Oh, yeah, same guys as the roof rack.
Yeah, unique 4x4.
We are now in the interior of the Jeep. Brian's going to run us through what he's got in here. So what do you want to start with? Let's go with that thing over there.
Yeah, we got a race chip here that's actually connected to the accelerator so I don't have the lag in the accelerator. It's got 6 different settings, economy and racing.
Okay.
So
for when you pull out in the highway?
Yeah, or off-road or whatever.
You use it off-road, do you?
Yeah, I usually had a setting in the middle, sort of.
Mainly for sand, or it doesn't matter what it is?
It doesn't matter what it is. It's just, the 3.8 liter here is a little bit slack and coming up. You got to sort of push the accelerator right down. But this one there takes that off.
Okay. GPSs. Now, I know you got your street TomTom, so don't worry about that. But
I got a mini iPad up here where I can use Google Earth and stuff like that.
Okay.
And I got a hammer here.
Oh, that's a HN5?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, you're due for a new one, I think.
Yeah, getting there.
Yeah.
And then I got 2 UHF radios.
Okay.
One down here, an ICOM, and I got a little one up here.
Oh, the Oricom?
Yes.
Okay, so you normally have one on channel 40 on the road, yeah?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
So you hear the truckies and
either that or on scan, depending where we are, stuff like that.
Yeah. The only thing I found was scan though, if you got the other one on, you pick yourself up when you talk.
That's true.
Overhead console?
Rocket Ridge overhead console for storage, like maps and the handheld stuff like that. And we got some grab handles here.
Yep.
Switches for the light down here. One for the spotties, one for the light bar, and one for each of the rear light, because one of them is hooked up on the rear battery for camping and stuff. So
and the other one's on the cranking battery then?
Yeah, just so I don't plan them, if I got the light on for an hour or so at night.
Fridge in the back seat.
Fridge in the back seats, yes.
Is that mainly due to space in the back?
Yeah, it is mainly due to space in the back.
Yeah. Well, lucky you got a 4-door, not a 2-door, right?
Yeah, 2-door, no, I wouldn't go there for space-wise.
Yeah.
No.
More of a toy, you reckon?
Yeah. And then I got a little handy lamp here.
Yep.
And handy. It's always charged, you know. So.
Yeah, got one of those. They're cool. Q&A.
Q&A it is.
Questions and answers. We'll start with the first ones we normally do. So tell our audience, what are the 3 main modifications you think someone should do to a stock standard Jeep Wrangler JK Unlimited?
Well, a stock standards even go far away, but I would say steel bar in the front with a vents, a lift, that will take you even further. And some mud tires if you want to go in the mud.
Okay, so steel winch bar, lift, and mud tyres. So you have to pick one thing that you can't go without when you go 4-wheeling. What is it?
Well, that's recovery gear.
Recovery gear. Okay. I think the last 9 people have said recovery gear, so that just tells you how important it is. So the people who do go 4-wheeling, recovery gear is the one.
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay, so now I'm going to ask you a hard question. What is your best trip so far?
That is a hard question.
I knew it would be.
I would probably have to say Israelite Bay to Esperance.
Israelite Bay to Esperance?
Yep. That was a nice trip, a long trip, and a lot of sightseeing and driving on the beach and off the beach, and yeah.
Everything combined. So that's a standout one.
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay.
Murchison.
Yeah.
That was quite a nice trip too. It's more challenging. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So they're your top 2 then.
Yeah.
All right. What was your previous vehicle?
Yeah, that was a Kia Carnival. That was mainly because we had a lot of visitors from overseas that needed transport, you know. So, yeah.
Final question. What is the next mod, the future mod for your vehicle? I know you mentioned the diff strengthening, but is that only for the inevitability of the def wobbles due to wear and tear, or?
No, the steering arm and the steering in the Wrangler, you know, is sitting right in the front there, and I already got
I noticed it's bent. Yeah,
it's bent. So I need to upgrade that to a heavy duty and move the steering damper on top, because it's
just getting contacted.
Yeah.
I remember a few times I had to stop you from climbing something because it looked like it was going to smash on something. Yeah. So that's the main weak point on the Jeep, you reckon?
Yeah, that's what I reckon anyway.
Yeah. Okay, and then you got the rear bar as well?
Yes.
Okay. So folks, this was a requested video. We had a few requests, well quite a few actually, on doing a video on the JK Wrangler that is in most of the trip videos. So how do you feel being on the other side of the camera?
Yeah, that's all right.
Not too daunting?
Oh, I can probably get used to it.
Yeah? Well, he's had plenty of time laughing at me doing takes, sometimes 25 times. Well, that wraps the video up. Give us a thumbs up if you like the video. Give us a thumbs up if you like the Jeep. Leave a comment. And he bought a Jeep.
Yes,
See ya.